are headed up to Wisconsin, but not for the reason that I typically am, which is to vacation at our family cabin on a little lake, kind of right in the middle of the state in Adams County. Been going up there my entire life. I have storm chased there once, realistically, going out looking for supercells and tornadoes, and I saw 2 tornadoes. This was in July 2010 near Janesville over toward Fort Atkinson. So I'm batting 1,000 in the state of Wisconsin. The state of Wisconsin's not ideal for observing supercells and tornadoes. The biggest reason is the same reason that makes it so wonderful for summer outdoor recreation and vacationing. Lakes, rivers, bluffs, hills, forests, windy scenic roads, few views of the horizon. It looks like a potentially interesting day. If you asked me like 2 days ago, I thought it looked like a really volatile day with pretty high likelihood of supercells and tornadoes, a few of which could be strong. That's still on the table. In fact, the latest day 1 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center still mentions strong tornadoes across, the Wisconsin target area, but a couple things make it tricky. The good thing first. We've got morning storms in the area. We've got an outflow boundary that'll be kind of draped from northeast Iowa into west central Wisconsin. That puts some ambient vorticity there. That potentially gives us an area of enhanced low-level shear for tornadoes. Working against us is some of the models have wanted to kind of veer surface winds out of the southwest, so you lose some of the turning with height with your winds. That kind of lessens your, tornadic odds, increases your odds of messier linear storms. If you think about it, there's a big difference between having southeast winds at the surface curving to, southwest in the lower levels of the atmosphere, and then, westerly in the upper levels, something like that, versus having southwest winds at the surface, southwest winds, in the lower levels, and then westerly, above that in the mid-levels. You can still get supercells, but it's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna make the 4 or 5 hour drive up to the target area. We're gonna meet at one of our nutrient branches here. Colin and I are. We're gonna ditch my car and jump in his, and then we'll make the drive up to western Wisconsin, probably. There's a corridor here kind of from the Iowa-Wisconsin border and then up toward, again, where I typically vacation in central Wisconsin, where I think there's going to be a couple supercells and at least a decent chance for a tornado or two. I wouldn't say that I expect a few big tornadoes. I wouldn't say I expect a strong tornado today, but I expect intense thunderstorms, severe storms. I think it's pretty likely we'll see a supercell, and I think it's possible that we'll see a tornado. But again, tricky road network, potentially fast storm motions, potentially messy storm mode. Those are all things that we'll be working against Colin and I being in the right place at the right time on the right storm. What else are you going to do though when you've got an excessive heat warning and it's going to be 100 degrees in central Illinois? You get out of town and you go to Wisconsin. It's coming up on 4 p.m. Got a storm. We got some bouncy roads. We're in a tornado warning in Hillsboro, Wisconsin.
HH back there. We'll get right up in here because that's probably up on the bluff maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw an edge back there with the big old yellow plum. Is that right?
Yeah. Pretty good. So I'll try to load for a minute. Oh, there's the mark. There is a tornado ongoing at this moment, southwest of Hillsboro. I'll let the clip play for a while with normal settings to see if you can pick it out. I've cranked the contrast now to show the tornado, hidden in the murk of this high precipitation supercell. The tornado was 200 yards wide at its biggest, rated EF1, and was on the ground for 6 miles. The whole storm. You look to the southwest. It's the gust front. We've got strong winds, heavy rain, maybe some hail in there. That wraps around right here. And then you've got the inflow region coming in. This is where it would get it done.
Parallel this for a few minutes up to you to the center if you want.
Yeah. Maybe watch it for another minute and then...
What's that?
Watch it for another minute and then...
Yeah, I don't know how much more pin we got, but... I was thinking about doing it right there.
Yeah.
It's cranking around.
Yeah, it is.
this road.
Yep.
Head south on Madison Street.
Oh man, it is.
Then turn left
Give me.
on the state highway. Right here?
Yeah.
Turn left onto State Highway 33 truck east, Wisconsin 53 east.
I don't know that anything's gonna come of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Continue on State Highway 33 truck east. Head south on State Highway
'" We picked up a new circulation embedded within a line a bit further south at a rest stop outside of Portage on Interstate 39.
You have to be like right in there in that area.
Probably there, right on Whitewood.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. Yep.
Well, a lot of storms today. A lot of storms. Too many storms, you might say. Competing, fighting it out. Still tornado warnings to our north, but we're gonna hang out with this cow. Get some cheese. One in Wisconsin. You can see the shelf cloud from the storm off behind us still. outflow dominant. There's more storms off to our south. We're in tourist mode. Something gets our attention, cool. Otherwise, cheese. I've had like a 1.5 year long craving for fudge. Maybe that'll be in there. And I'll be home at a decent hour tonight. Cheese.
I could have stayed in there all day.
Yeah. Yep. This thing's cheese jelly.
Exact type of storm that I would go crazy in. And I kind of did.
Not even in chase mode, but we can't stop getting placed in tornado warnings.
Can't stop, won't stop. Every siren in the country we have heard today.
Yes. Got another wind bag coming at us now across the interstate in Madison. We're just tourists caught in a storm now, trying to trudge forward down Interstate 39 back to Illinois. We finally emerged into the sunny, still 90-degree air mass south of the state line, enjoyed some roast beef sandwiches from the Beefaroo in Rockford, Illinois, before reclaiming my car from the Wenona nutrient branch and pulling in the drive at home at 11:30. The chase hit all of my expectations. Predictably messy, but we saw intense storms, caught a supercell, and even snuck a murky view of a tornado. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe buttons for me, and until next time, keep your head in the clouds.